Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Media Toothpick, where we nitpick the media. I'm your host, Zoe Monroe.
And I'm your host, David.
That's a nice outfit you have today, David.
Thank you. I like it too. And what's today's topic, or the week topic for the most part?
In this week's episode, we will be recognizing the ways in which 90s TV shows and movies highlight the different fashion trends we see on our screens today.
It amazes me about how much of an influence fashion really is to us. I mean, if you really think about it, the clothes that we wear give us a sense of who we are.
That's interesting that you mentioned that. I remember when I was growing up and I was obsessed with Cinderella. I loved the movie so much that I wanted to be just like her.
And honestly, this is because people are easily inspired to wear the same type of clothing, jewelry, and accessories worn by characters who display these eye-catching fashion pieces. I mean, just think about how many people dress up as their favorite film characters each year. You know, whether if it's Halloween, a birthday party, or just running around the house.
So costumes like Spider-Man, Minions, and SpongeBob?
Yeah, I think those are like just perfect examples, and the list just could go on and on about people wearing those pieces.
Also, The Little Mermaid, The Powerpuff Girls, The Wizard of Oz.
I mean, yeah, like I think we get the point. I think they get the point.
But let's not limit our discussion. There are even many TV shows from the 90s that still have heavy influence on the way we dress today. We could even mention shows like Friends, Martin, and Boy Meets World.
Also 90210, Seinfeld, and Sister Sister also had great fashion that I remember.
Many people forget how history repeats itself in this case. We see how the same fashion trends appear in today's world. From the mom jeans to the oversized graphic t-shirts to jean jackets and even the tiny purses we see everyone walking around in. These trends are so common to us now that we don't even realize it's nothing new. Most of the fashion trends we see today have literally already been done before.
I mean, we could even look at how certain movies portray certain characters based on the clothing they wear. I mean, the way a character is dressed, often affects how the audience perceives them. So, for example, if a character is wearing a designer bag and drives a foreign car, the audience is going to assume they are wealthy. So, I mean, what a character wears is the first thing we see before hearing their voice. As viewers, we naturally form opinions of their characters based on how they're dressed.
Wow, I never realized how important wardrobe is to tell a story. Now that I think about it, one of the simplest ways to reveal a character's identity in a scene is by their clothing. For example, their age, background, or social status. An example of this would be if a character is older, they may have gray hair and dress more mature than a high school student would.
You're right. I mean, speaking of high school, there are many similarities in teen films. I mean, students are usually characterized by interest and emphasis on how they dress. I mean, if you think about it, all the jocks would wear, varsity jackets, and the art students would wear bold colors, and the goths wearing all black.
I wonder where I would fit in. When I was in high school, I was really shy and to myself. I had only a few friends, but I made the best of it. In a way, I felt like I was living through these teen movies.
No, I agree though. I mean, growing up, I remember watching movies like High School Musical, Clueless, and Grease. I kind of had big expectations of that amazing high school experience, only to find out it's really nothing what what they made it seem. So, however, one thing I could take away from these movies was just their fashion.
I think what made these movies so fun to watch was the way every film gave us something new and unique. Clueless is remembered for their iconic use of plaid. High School Musical captured the style of the early 2000s, and we would find Grease's leather jackets, jeans, and fresh white tee.
But how could we also forget the most iconic shows?
What?
Like, we can't mention fashion without talking about little shows based on fashion. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
So, I mean, think about it. We also have shows like America's Top Model, you got Project Runway. You also got RuPaul's Drag Race that play a huge role in the fashion industry.
America's Next Top Model has many viewers' entry to the fashion world. Airing nearly 20 years ago, the show was still remembered for its runway challenges and, of course, crazy outfits. It highlighted a different look into what the fashion industry is truly like.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think that show is gonna definitely be missed. I remember watching that show with my sisters and wanted to be a model when I got older, you know what I'm trying to say? I just wish I really followed my dreams.
That show, along with many others, give us so much fashion inspo. It's unbelievable. Do you think we missed any?
Honestly, I think it's important to also mention shows like Gossip Girls. I mean, if we think about it, these shows are really based on the lives of teens living on the Upper East Side with lots of money and just expensive taste. So each day that would be seen wearing the newest trends.
It's crazy because even though they wore uniforms, they still found a way to make their outfits chic, fun, and unforgettable.
I mean, some favorites could also include, Pretty Women, The Devil Wears Prada, and of course, like many people's favorite.
Mean Girls.
Exactly.
Stairs. 4 out of 5 college students suffer from fear of stairs. Whether it be to the first floor, the third, or the 6th, the fear is strong. But we need to stop this. We need to work together and conquer these stairs, step by step. So stop taking the elevator, take a deep breath, and take the first step to a new you.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
We're helping our classmates.
Thank you. Aquí ayudamos a quienes les gusta comer postres ricos.
I'm helping my customers.
Sim, muito obrigado. Tchauzinho. Eu estou a fazer isto para ajudar a minha família, comunidade e amigos.
Hi, my name is Marconi Gavis, the health director for the Toothpick community. Getting vaccinated is the best way to ensure that we continue to help others in our community. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. So please continue to help your community by getting vaccinated at one of our upcoming vaccination clinics. Remember, together we can help our community.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
So now that brings us into our second segment of the show. This part of the episode includes our recommendation of the day.
Mean Girls just seems like the obvious choice for this episode. It's the perfect example of early 2000s fashion.
The movie Mean Girls first premiered in 2004, starring Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Amanda Seyfried, and many more. It was directed by Mark Waters and written by Tina Fey. Many people don't know that the movie was actually based on the Queen Bees and Wannabes by Rosaline Wiseman in 2002.
I wonder what inspired her to write this story.
Well, from what I know, the story was an insight into her high school experience. I mean, the story revolves around a teenage girl named Caddy trying to find her way and fit in with the popular girls at school. So she is now at new school in America after being homeschooled in Africa for years.
The movie also takes a look at female high school social cliques as well as the rise and fall of friendships.
I mean, like most of these teen films, the movie is just dramatic and exaggerated to make it entertaining for the viewers to watch.
Like we mentioned before, many teen films feature the classic stereotypes. We have the popular girls, jocks, math geeks, and the outcasts.
I mean, Mean Girls is still remembered today for having some of the most iconic outfits. I mean, the 2000s fashion trends are everywhere in this film, from plaid miniskirts to velour tracksuits. The plastics were the popular girls at school, so they were known for their monotone outfits, high heels, and tiny Louis Vuitton purses.
Even the lead Plastics mom, Mrs. George, was hip to the latest fashion trends. She was definitely considered the cool mom, remembered by her pink Juicy Couture sweatsuit. In the early 2000s, Juicy Couture played a major role in the fashion industry.
My favorite scene was when everybody was invited to the annual Halloween party. Of course, the Plastics showed up in the party in the typical scandalous teenage costumes, you know, Regina as a bunny, Gretchen as a Catwoman, and Karen as a mouse. However, the new girl, Caddy, didn't seem to get the sexy costume memo. So she arrives at a party as a zombie's ex-wife wearing a blood-splattered wedding dress, long black wig, and a scary set of teeth. Everyone at the party finds her to be very frightening.
Oh wow, that's a party I'm sure she will never forget. What other scenes deserve an honorable mention? I know there are so many more.
I guess the next holiday after Halloween was a Christmas scene, so Caddy was asked by the Plastics to perform with them in the school's annual talent show. The Plastics wore a matching outfit with bedazzled Santa hats, red letter miniskirts, black high-knee boots, and black gloves for the performance of Jingle Bell Rock. It truly was amazing. I mean, the costume designer Mary Jane Front mentioned it in an interview that she was styling the talents that took her back in her time to her younger days.
I love how although the Mean Girls often wore coordinating outfits, they all had unique fashion moments throughout the film.
That's right. You know, Regina is a rich it girl with the designer pieces. You know, Gretchen is known for her preppy style, and Karen wears bold patterns. Caddy, on the other hand, was the complete opposite. She was just more into the oversized shirts, the flared jeans, and the sneakers. That was until she met the plastics, of course.
Caddy was just trying to be something she wasn't in order to fit in with the popular girls at school. This actually very common, not just in teen movies, but in real life.
That's right. I mean, we do see a huge transformation from Caddy when she starts hanging around her new friends. She loses sight of who she truly is and tries her hardest to blend in with everybody else.
Overall, I think this is a great movie for anyone to watch. It's comedy, romance, and relatable all in one. There are so many lessons, eye-openers, memorable quotes, and timeless fashion trends.
The movie perfectly captured the spirit of the early 2000 styles. You know, Mean Girls is a Y2K fashion classic with its low-waisted jeans, vivid graphic tees, and low-rise miniskirts, juicy couture sweatsuits, and all pink everything.
That era was definitely one for the books.
I can't believe that movie came out almost like 20 years ago. I mean, it's still being talked about today. Even after so many years, Mean Girls is still one of those movies that receives the most references in modern culture.
Well, if you haven't already, check out Mean Girls on your favorite streaming platform today.
And when we come back from commercials, we will play fashion trivia.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
What are you doing in there?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Stairs. 4 out of 5 college students suffer from fear of stairs. Whether it be to the first floor, the third, or the sixth, the fear is strong. But we need to stop this. We need to work together and conquer these stairs, step by step. So stop taking the elevator, take a deep breath, and take the first step to a new you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
What are you doing in there?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
So on a scale from 1 to 10, how confident are you guys feeling about today's trivia?
About a 7. I'm not too sure what to expect.
I mean, I guess on a scale from like 1 to 10, I feel like I'm at a 10 today. I mean, I woke up feeling really lucky.
Yeah. That's good to hear. I'm wishing both of you a lot of luck because you're definitely gonna need it. You guys ready?
Ready.
Are you
Yeah,
ready?
well, I'm ready.
All right.
All right, well, let's get started.
Let's get started with the first round of media Toothpick trivia. The first question is, according to the movie Mean Girls, what color does the plastics wear every Wednesday?
Pink.
You're absolutely correct.
I actually got that one.
That's correct.
I mean, that is true. I think every true fans know the movie every Wednesday. I think that's when the plastics wear pink. So yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. That was just a small icebreaker. All right?
Okay.
We're on to question number 2. So 10, 20 to 20. In the movie Clueless, Cher is wearing a specific print on her yellow blazer on the first day of school. What print is she wearing?
I think she was wearing a yellow plaid blazer.
That is correct. I feel like these questions are a bit too easy.
Right. They get a little too easy for her.
But all right, it's a tie game, so anything can happen. Next question in the game, in the show Gossip Girl, which character was known for wearing colored tights and stylish headbands?
Serena?
That's incorrect. You have a chance? You know the answer?
I'm trying to think. I'm going with Blair.
Blair?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
Blair definitely made a statement with her high fashion outfits and trendy headbands. We're taking it back for this one. In what movie did Sandy trade her poodle skirt for a leather jacket?
I know this one. I think it's the movie Grease.
Grease. Correct.
You see?
That movie's a classic, what can we say?
All right.
As of right now, contestant 2 is in the lead.
Not for long.
All right, next question. In this film, the main character wears a stunning red dress to display a development into an elegant lady. Do you guys know what film this is?
Was it 13 going on 30?
Not quite, no.
Maybe The Pretty Wife? Almost there?
Oh, so close, yes, so far. The name of the movie was actually Pretty Women.
Okay.
That was a tricky one, but neither of you
close.
got it, so neither of you get the points, all right?
It's close. I was thinking about that, but I should have listened to my first thought. Yeah.
All right, so the next question is, this film starred Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep, showcasing the behind the scenes of a fashion magazine. Do you guys know what it is?
I believe these actresses are from the movie The Devil Wears Prada.
You are correct, sir.
Let's go.
Correct. You got it. This film was released in 2006 and is a perfect example of a successful movie with amazing fashion. From the tie-high Chanel boots to the check layer necklaces. Everyone should have seen this popular 90s sitcom. So one of you better get this right. All right. In the show Friends, what clothing company did Rachel work for?
Ralph Lauren, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rachel lands her dream job as a fashion executive at Ralph Lauren. Some of the pieces for the collection includes turtlenecks, leather pants, fox leopard fur, and more.
I love that show.
I love that show. Growing up, my mom and I would always watch it together. I just remember it being so funny and so relatable.
There's something about the 90s that definitely still has a hold on us, I think. Especially in terms of fashion. 90s TV shows like Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Nanny gave us so many iconic looks. There's a popular TV show that revolves around identical twins separated at birth who reunite as teenagers. What is the name of this show?
Is the show Sister Sister?
Correct. Tia and Tamara always knew how to put a fit together. Sister Sister was definitely one of the best shows growing up, in my opinion.
Yeah, mine too. I mean, I've always wanted to be a twin, so we could just match outfits and confuse our teachers at school.
Yeah. In the show, I love seeing how they wore coordinated outfits that made a statement, you know? Like you mentioned. It's like
I think Tia and Tamara outfits will always be remembered for their fun floral prints, double denim, and crochet vests.
Yep, I agree. Well, it's a close game. Ready? So contestant 2 has 4 points, while contestant 1 is right behind with 3. How are you guys feeling?
It's not over yet. I feel like I can pull through and bring home a win.
Honestly, good luck with that, because I feel like I got this one in the bag, at least.
I'm loving this confidence. I can't wait to see how this turns out. So for the second half of the show, I decided to switch it up a bit. I will ask you about a specific fashion trend that you have. That I'm gonna name a specific 90s fashion trend, and you will have to name the clothing or item that describes it. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Great. So let's get started. These tops were very popular in the 90s. What are the name of these see-through or knitted shirts?
I think they're called mesh tops.
Correct. Yeah. Mesh tops were very popular during that time, and I think it's very interesting to see how these pieces are gradually coming back. Next question. What do you call necklaces that fit tightly around the neck and are often made out of ribbon?
A choker?
Yep, that's the one. That's the one.
I can't even believe I was even part of this trend.
Oh my God. Many people don't know, but they are also it's also a recurring look that was so popular not even too long ago. Moving right along though, what shoe brand would a skateboarder most likely be wearing?
Vans. Maybe.
I'm one of them. That's correct.
Okay,
Vans
okay.
were intended for skateboards, obviously, in order for them to have that great support and flexibility. Now you can see just about anybody with Vans on because they're comfortable.
Nah, I mean, I agree. I love how they come in with so many different styles, and obviously the shoes is very comfortable from what I've heard.
Me too. Nah, I totally agree with you. So guys, my next question is, what is the name of the floppy hats with a wide brim?
Wide brim. Take a stab at this one. Maybe a beanie? No?
Not a beanie. Nope. Not a beanie.
Isn't it called a bucket hat?
She got it.
Okay.
Yep, that's
Okay.
correct. Yes.
Okay.
Bucket hats were very popular in the late 80s and came back in the 90s. Also very popular. What type of bags were many people wearing in that era?
It's a lucky guess, but I remember always seeing many people with fanny packs. Is that the answer you're looking for?
It is. It is. Yeah. Fanny packs are very designed to hold your valuables while also giving you that comfortability. So no need to worry about neck or shoulder pains. I love it, just fanny pack. Moving along though. This type of shirt looks just as good worn normally as it does when it is wrapped around the waist. What type of shirt is this?
I know what they're called, but I can't just think of the name of it.
A flannel, right?
You are correct. That's correct. When flannels appeared in Vogue magazine and on the runway, it solidified its place in the fashion industry. Will Smith, TLC, and Nirvana were just a few of the 90s stars that were frequently spotted wearing flannel shirts and make them iconic. Okay, so this is the last question before the final round. The question is, what is the name of the rings that claim to change color according to your emotional state? Wow. You guys know?
Weren't they called mood rings, or I'm bugging?
What do you think?
I remember those growing up.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Mood rings were actually first seen in the 70s, but they were very popular in the 90s as well. Now we even see them in necklaces, bracelets, and even some earrings.
Wow, what a fine time. I still can't believe all these trends were already thought about years ago.
Yeah, even the ones that you least expect, 3 times out of 10, it's already been done before. But I think that's the beauty of it. There's no rule in fashion. Everyone is just free to express themselves how they want. Since it is a tie game, it's only right to ask one final question to see who takes it off. You guys ready? How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. I think I shocked myself today. I'm doing way better than I expected.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still feeling as confident as, when we first started. So, win or lose, I kind of just enjoyed myself.
Okay, I'm liking this, okay? Okay, so for the final question, I wanted to incorporate a TV show known for its iconic fashion moments. So the question is, what popular California zip code inspired the name of this fashion-forward TV show?
90210 Beverly Hills. How could anyone forget the outfits from that show? They gave us floral print, thigh-high socks, chokers, crop tops, rompers, and so much more.
Bingo. That's the one. That's the one. I'm so happy to announce you as the winner of today's episode. So I'm very thankful for you to come on the show. Thankful for you to participating at least,
Thank you so much for having me. I was really expecting this win today. I would just like to thank everyone that doubted me and said I couldn't do it. I feel like you guys took it easy on us today. All the questions were somewhat common knowledge, well, for me at least. But anyways, I hope to be back on the show soon, hopefully on a trivia segment. That's actually a challenge.
This is only the beginning, but we would love to have you back on the show. It was nice meeting both of you. I'm wishing you nothing but the best. What's going through your mind right now?
I don't know, man. I just can't believe I made it this far to lose. To be honest.
Sometimes it's not about winning, I think about the confidence and even like to compete in the show. You could tell you had a lot of character. I love the confidence in you. I'm sure we'll see you again.
I mean, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really enjoyed myself today, and I learned so much. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Even I learned so much from today's hosting job. I learned you can't mention fashion without mentioning the 90s. When discussing style and fashion, street fashion, it's only right to make reference to this era. The 90s are even more referred to as the golden decade of fashion due to its aesthetics, personality, and style. It's now so clear how much of today's most popular trends were very influenced by the 90s fashions. It's even crazier seeing these trends come in and out of style throughout the years. So thank you again to my contestants, and thank you for everyone watching at home. This is Media Toothpick, and we're out.